Okay, today we're doing 8th grade module of the Pythagorean theorem, 8G7/8, level 3 reteach. To get from point A to B, you must avoid walking through the pond. To avoid the pond, you must go 34 meters south and 42 meters east. To the nearest meter, how many meters would you save if it was possible to walk through the pond? So if I went to 34 meters south, so that's 34, and then I went 42 meters east, and now we want to see if I could walk through the pond, what would this be? So let's take that, and I look at that. It looks like a right triangle, so we're going to go and fill in the numbers. So we know it's going to be 34 squared plus 41 squared equals c squared. And that's going to get me 1,156. That's going to get me 1681. I'm going to add these two numbers together. I get 2837 equals c squared. Take the square root, and I get c equals approximately 53.26. And I want to round to the nearest meter, so it's going to be 54 meters. Taking a look at the next one. David must install fencing around a lot shaped like a right triangle. The side of the lot runs east and west along 200 feet long. The side of the lot runs north and south 125 feet long. Calculate how many feet of fencing you would need to surround the entire area. So I'm going to put this, I'm going to make a triangle. I'm going to say this is going to be my 125 feet, and this is 200. And now it looks like a triangle, so it's going to be a squared plus b squared equals c squared. I get 125 plus 200. And I'm going to square each of those numbers. And then you're going to add the numbers. And then you're going to take the square root. And I get c equals 235.8. So it says to round, so it's going to be c equals 236. So now, feet of fencing, because that's what the question is asking. So I need to take 236 plus 125 plus 200, and I'm going to need, it's going to be 561 feet of fencing. Okay, Kelsey, a freshman at Michigan State University, needs to walk to her dorm in Wilson Hall to her calculus class in Wells Hall. Normally, she walks 500 meters east, 600 meters along the sidewalks. Today, however, it's very cold and she decides to take a shortcut through the tundra. How many meters long is Kelsey's shortcut? Round to the nearest meter. About how much is the shorter than normal? So let's take a look at her normal walk. And that would be 500 plus 600, which would equal 1,100 meters. Now we're going to do her shortcut. And I see that this is a right angle. This would be my c. So I do a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So I'm going to do 600 plus 500 squared equals c squared. And then I'm just going to do the math. And then after I do the math, I'm going to add, and then I'm going to take the square root. So now I want to see how much shorter it's going to be. So I'm going to take this answer, my first answer, and my second answer, and I'm going to subtract, and I get 319. So it's 781 meters is the short cut, and 319 meters shorter would be my two answers I would need for this answer, this problem. Taking a look at the next page, Lindsay wants to mail a candle that is 8 inches tall to her friend for her birthday. She is in the store looking for boxes to ship the candle. Lindsay needs to know if the candle will fit the diagonally in the box shown. So again, I'm going to do bottom and then inside. So the bottom, I'm going to make a triangle, and I'm going to do a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So it's 4 squared plus 3 squared equals c squared, and so that's 16 plus 9 equals c squared, and that's going to get me 25. Take the square root, and I see that it's 5 equals c. Then I go on the inside, and I'm going to put the 5 there. So then I'm going to do 5 squared plus 7 squared equals c squared. That's 25 plus 49 equals c squared. That's going to get me 74 equals c squared. I'm going to have to take the square root this time. And when I do, I get 8.6 inches. And she wants to mail a candle that's 8 inches tall. So is it going to fit? Yes, it is. Thanks for listening and have a great day.